man, it is a good time to be alive, is it not? I think it's a swell time. Although I think most times are a good time to be alive. I think more often than not, we should be grateful and happy that it is a good time to be alive. Very rarely is it a bad time to be alive. Being lit on fire comes to mind. I think that, might not be the healthiest of circumstances, both physically and emotionally. But you know what? Right now, it is a good time to be alive. I'm excited for this new season of change, right? Moving out and moving to a new set, right, of the podcast and changing things around and just kind of getting a nice reset, a refurbished, another word that means that, right? I'll be excited to just kind of, have a new onset of some exciting new, right? People who are just listening, you can't see, but I'm waving my fingers in such a delicate way that makes it feel fairy tale-esque. But yeah, I'm excited to do it. I'm excited to get rid of this freaking chair, man. You ever see this move? I'm like always readjusting. That's because the chair is lopsided. More often than not, I sit in it like this, and the chair is freaking so bent that I just feel myself slowly sliding down. My butt cheeks fall down this mountain, so I have to readjust and get back to the peak. So that's one of the many changes I'll be thrilled about. And moving out in general, it's a bit daunting. There is a new responsibility that will come with that, but also leaving some responsibilities behind. I think that's the reason that my parents are excited that I haven't gotten out yet, right? I think they want to keep me here so I can continue to do little tiny chores. And to be honest, I was trying to move out before summer specifically because that's yard work season. I didn't want to be around for it, yet here I am. So there will still be mowing the lawn coupons on my desk. Although the last time I was asked to mow the lawn, I forgot to do it. Isn't that embarrassing, man? It was just one thing, right? I have like tunnel vision where someone keeps going boom, boom, boom. I'm like, what do you say? I only remember one thing. And if someone gives me a chore, do the dishes, clean the house, clean the kitchen, mow the lawn, do this, clean the gutters, re-shingle the roof. I need something. I need to just do it and go. I can't have it in the back of my mind and just think about, that one thing. Pick up the towels, do that, the laundry. What? Oh, crap. I forgot about that. I need to do it immediately. Ask my parents. Tristan's parents? I'm glad I had you on speed dial. Hey, does he forget to do things? Yeah, he forgets to do things all the time. I asked him to mow the lawn just last weekend, and he didn't do it. That's super embarrassing, man, because I have to come back and be like, yeah, I'm sorry, and there's just this look of shame and embarrassment. Like, I gave you one job, one thing. What, the one single task that overloaded you? You couldn't handle just one dart? And you're like, oh, whoa, But whatever. My brain's like the breeze. It's just blowing. Sometimes it's fast. Sometimes it stays in the woods. And it never comes out to play. So, yeah, I'll be excited. Not really to not mow the lawn, but to not forget to mow the lawn. Really, that's where I'm getting at. Because more often than not, that's the result of the chore, is me forgetting to do something and someone having to do it for me and pick up my slack. I try. It's not that I'm like, forget about it. Someone will do it for me. I'm trying, and I feel terrible and shameful when I don't get to it. But I need to do things immediately, which is hard because people are always like, don't do it right now. It's fine. I'm just saying whenever. I'm like, okay, whenever, never. Whenever is the true meaning of that for me. So yeah, I'll be excited, man. It's a new season, it's a new time, and I'm really thrilled to get into it. But yeah, the new place. I'm going somewhere that I guess I've really always lived. I'm moving on top of this place that I guess I've always been. The Edge. Yeah. Stupid. Hey. Yeah. Hey, peeps. Welcome back to Full Circus. My name is Tristan Sartoris, and guess what? Are you guessing? I'm happy to be here with you guys today. Who would have guessed, right? If you did, then gosh dang it, you must be onto something. But yeah, I'm very thrilled to be here with you guys today, and not just today, tonight, afternoon, whatever time it is. Okay, look at your clock, grandfather, cuckoo, watch, phone, alarm. Look at it. What time is it? Does it matter? No, I'm happy to be here with you guys today. Even if it's like 6:35 p.m., which arguably is my least favorite time of the day. I'm not going to get into it, but I don't like it. But you know what? With you and me, you and I, me and you, all of a mix of saying to people, I can be happy even at 6:35 p.m. Let's make 6:35 great again. You and I, with the positive prowess that we will bring and good light energy and times, right? Happy times. So we can make it a good time, quite literally. So anyways, guys, we have a lot to get into. I don't even know where to start. So I guess I should cut right to the gist, the chase, get down to the brass tacks, if you will. I had a dental appointment. As we all know, I chipped my tooth. I've talked about it in great detail and great distress. So I was actually really thrilled by the time my appointment had rolled around that I was going to be made whole, man. You ever feel like you're just missing something? I lost my keys at this place. I got to go back to the water park and get my keys. I left my slacks at my friend's house. My watch is gone at my brother's. I need my stuff back. So I was so freaking fired up, man, to get that back. I needed that. You just feel empty. It's just one little piece, but gosh dang it, was I beginning to crumble. So I still don't know how it happened. It was a mystery chippage, phantom. It's like a ghost. It just through the middle of the night and just had a chisel. It's like, we want to embarrass this guy. Ooh. So yes, I was very thrilled and also admittedly pretty drowsy, because when I scheduled the appointment, I told the lady straight up. I said, hey, what's the latest I can come in? Because lately my mornings are pretty busy because I fall asleep so late. My schedule sucks. So she said, oh, no problem. We'll book you in for our afternoon shift. I said, great, perfect. She proceeds to tell me, you're ready for June 4th, 11 a.m. 11 a.m.? Two things, lady. One, 11 is not afternoon, okay? This is pre-noon. I don't know what the semantics are in the dental office, whether or not they have a lunch ritual, then they go after. I don't know. I don't get it. So if that's how it just shook out, that's fine. But, it don't say afternoon, because also it's not afternoon. It's not even morning for me with my sleep schedule. This was like the butt crack of dawn. So I was very tired. I did not get a lot of sleep. I did try my little trick of watching someone trying to stay awake. It didn't work that great. I'm sorry to admit that to you. But yeah, I got there. I woke up bright and early, 10:30 a.m., and I booked it on over. So yeah, I was very excited, even though I was tired. I did scope out the scene a little bit because, with any surgery or, whatever operation, I need to know where I'm going. I've never been to this dental office. So I'm looking around like restaurants, like what's the deal? What's their nutrition like? What are they having for lunch? I need to know they're operating on 100% mental concentration. So I'm looking for like nice organic salad bars and stuff. Like, okay, I hope my dentist, he's getting that. So I walk in there, very excited, and they have a giant freaking thing across the whole door. Don't come in unless you have an appointment. Gosh dang, they are strict about this, because as soon as I went and sat down, a guy strolled in. He's like, hey, need to see the dentist. She said, hey, do you have an appointment? He said, no. Kicked him right out. Right now, I felt bad for the guy, but I have to admit, watching someone get removed from the premise when I get to sit there, I had a point of luxury. It's like I climbed some sort of social ladder that I did nothing to earn. I was like, wow, well, aren't I the high-class priest now, right? So I was the only one in the waiting room. They definitely could have fit him in. So I was just sitting there chilling. Again, don't know why I was waiting so long. The only guy. But because it was so early, apparently. Or afternoon, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so I'm sitting there and I'm waiting and just feeling pretty good about myself because I had an appointment. They call me in. I go get the x-rays, this freaking giant. Now, the thing about these little, head scans they do, is it was like too small on one side, so it was going, it was like pushing my nose to the side and dragging. It's like, can we not adjust this thing or something? I'm in here just biting the little stupid plastic piece. Like, we need to scan your teeth. And you bite it like a centimeter too far or too short. That's not the right spot. Like, what is it? It's a scan. I'll get an x-ray. Does it really matter at that point? So they're scanning. I'm uncomfortable. It's bopping my... So, you know what? I don't care how uncomfortable it was. I was still excited for what was to come. However, before we could get that, I guess with the scans, they had seen that it had been a while since I had been to the dentist, dude. Full disclosure, it had been 4 years at this point. It was pre-COVID times. And I don't have a good excuse, right? COVID, laziness, lack of hygiene, whatever you want to call it. I had it, and it wasn't going well. Changed the insurance. I got back, okay? All that matters is that I was there. So I get there, and I guess they had seen that. They're like, hey, before we do this, would you like a free cleaning? And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? I'm thinking maybe that'll help the cab get a little better. But it was the way that they said it that made me feel like it wasn't a question. It was like, hey, you need this. Like, you don't go up at the end of the sentence. Hey, would you like a free cleaning? Oh, I feel like you're insisting it in some way, so sure. All right. And because it had been so long, dude, it was painful. And maybe that's just because I haven't been to the dentist in a while, but gosh, it was like they were chipping away in my gums with like buffing out a car. I watched the lady's forearms tense up above me. She's good. I was like, holy crap. What is in my mouth? You got to break away this plaque with a freaking pickaxe. So it's terrible. Not only is it very painful, I'm bleeding, but obviously the lights are way too bright, okay? Now I get they need to see in my mouth, but this lady's wearing a freaking headlamp. You do not need the whole ceiling covered with lights, and then they have a movable lantern, and then you have a headlight like you're a miner. You could see perfectly fine. I'm just being blinded threefold for nothing, dude. And I want to close my eyes, but she gave me a freaking mirror. So I'm holding the mirror to make sure she can see from a different angle. I was like, with all the gadgets and stuff you have, why am I working part-time here? So I have to keep my eyes kind of squinted so I can see that I'm not angling somewhere else. My jaw's sore because I don't have the muscle. I haven't been there every 6 months. Use it or lose it, though. Only in opera can you maintain that level of stretch. So jaw sore, I'm crying, eyes burning, my arms giving out, I'm bleeding. It was quite torturous, I'll be honest. So after this very uncomfortable cleaning that I was pressured into, the dentist rolls in, okay? And this is my guy, dude. This was my tooth fairy who gave back teeth, right? So the first thing he says when he rolls into the room is, hey, Wile E. Coyote. He sees my Looney Tunes hat. Meep, meep. Yes, dude! One of us! One of us! So I was thrilled. This was my guy. Very silly gentleman, older dude. And I have a couple questions before we go any further. It's like, before you put anything on my teeth, my cap is going to look like my original teeth, right? I don't want a gold or a crown silver. Like, I don't know what the situation is, but it's going to look right? He's like, yeah, it'll look good. I was like, I don't want to look like a pirate. It's going to be, he's like, no, I'm playing. It's going to look like a prosthetic enamel. You won't be able to tell the difference. So, very silly guy. I should have recognized, but you know what? When someone's distressed and worried, you got to know how to toe the line. But you know what? He's a roadrunner, okay? He's a Looney Tune, so I have to respect it. So we get in there, and I'm holding the mirror again for some reason, so he's looking at my teeth. And he tells me, dude, that the piece of my tooth that broke wasn't even my real tooth. I about fell back out of the dentist chair, but luckily it kept reclining further, so I went, oh. But, yeah, so he told me that each tooth has like a couple little nodules, little bumps, and that mine apparently haven't broken yet. He was actually very surprised that they break off right after they grow in. Like, I guess they're sharper so they can penetrate the gums. So I guess technically I'm fine, dude. So he said, yeah, they'll eventually just keep breaking off. Or I said I wanted to go get like Invisalign, something to kind of correct my bottom teeth. And he said, yeah, well, anyways, I'm not going to break it off because there's no need. We could put a cap on it, but it's going to fall off by the time you get home. There's not really a good situation. You can just wait for the rest of them to fall off or get braces, and that'll kind of correct it and they'll break. But whatever, dude. I walked out of there with glee, man. I was so thrilled knowing that I'm whole. I'm whole, man. How about that? I chipped my own teeth. Do things not work out for me or what? Who do things work out for? This guy. That's right. Me. Things working for. Yes, me. So I was so thrilled, dude. I came back with just the ultimate excitement, and it's still a little messed up, and I guess I got to wait for the rest. But is that not just the best case scenario of all time? So very thrilled. That's how my dentist thing goes out. I mean, what better fortune can you have? You chip your own teeth, you go there, and not only are my teeth not chipped, but I got a free cleaning on the side. Didn't even have to schedule 6 months. What are you talking about? Who is this fortunate? Mwah, thank you, Lord, dude. I don't know. I mean, I know I'm all Italian, but I might have some Irish in me, or a little jig, okay? 4-leaf clover. What's the luck? So, yeah, I was very thrilled, man. And that's where my health has been at. So, on top of that, Shooting Stars, which is that basketball movie I was starring as an extra in for the whole length of last year. I made many stories about what it was like being an extra and what was going on. But yes, it was a LeBron James movie. You can watch it. It's pretty good. It's on Peacock. I'm barely in it, dude. I talked about this before, dude. I mean, an extra, it's not as glamorous as you feel because you're like, yeah, we're part of the set. We're right there by the couch. We're doing the thing. But with the editing, you're out of focus like 99% of the time. So anyways, he's like, oh, look, that's me. Are you sure? It's a blob. What am I? It's like cloud watching. It's like, that one kind of looks like me. It's got my eyebrows. So it was cool, man. But yeah, so it was a good time. And I've covered everything there was to talk about that. But I have a couple photos. I didn't really take anything on set because I'm a good little boy, contrary to popular belief, to the people who ridiculed me on set, the boss people. They say, don't take your phone. No, dude, I keep my phone off. Everyone else had pictures galore and videos. Everyone's posting on Instagram of all these things they did on set. I didn't have any. Why? Because I follow the freaking rules, okay? So, none of it, although I have this right here. I took a photo of my alarm clock when I had to get up at 3:30, 3:20, whatever the AM thing is. I just set a very early alarm clock. So that was rough. I thought that was amusing. I was going to bed at like 5 p.m. It's like, oh, I'm just going to set my thing for 3 a.m. And I have a clip for singing in the hallway. I don't know if I have anything. I'll put it up. One time, Bohemia, whoa! So it was a good time, man. I'm glad that it's out or something. I hope you enjoy it. It's not like I have a pride to show you. I hope you enjoyed my movie. I hope you enjoyed the project that I made money off of. All right, if that feels any better, or the money that I suffered for. Whatever spin sounds more delicate, that's the one I give. So, on top of that, man, I mean, if I'm not feeling pretty big already, that thing comes out. My ad, the commercial that I had shot a month ago that I couldn't talk about, Cinnabon, that's what it was, right? The Cinnabon commercial comes out.
Let's get this party live for study breaks, time to get that money made. Get us in a pack.
By Cinnabon.
So, super cool. What luck that kind of just coincides. It looks like I have things just releasing left and right. But yeah, so Cinnabon was the thing. I talked really about this the whole time as well. The only thing I didn't mention was that I was eating Cinnabons the whole time. And what a delight, dude, with freaking chefs. They're whipping these things up at lightning speed. Do you want another Cinnabon? I was like, oh, what am I, crazy? Guy's a spit bucket. Like, dude, you're not going to be earning any money today. Watch this. So I had about 85, give or take 100. So it was very delicious, very scrumptious. I stained all of my clothes though. But yeah, so that's Cinnabon. Be on the lookout. If you like snacks, you might get an ad or a commercial, whatever, it's targeted towards you. Say, hey, there's the guy. He's good. I'm now a professional snacker. Is that not great? I'm in a basketball movie, so I could claim paid athlete. And on top of that, I'm a professional snacker. What better title can you get than that? So if things don't work out for me, I don't know who they work out for, right? It's like I'm in the gym of luck, just always working on my fortune. So anyways, oh my gosh. You know what I just realized on top of those things? I forgot to announce. I booked another role too. Like what? Things work out. What was I just saying, right? I don't mean to brag, and I'm not trying to brag on things I've accomplished or whatever's going on. That's not what it is. I'm talking about the tiny little steps in the grand staircase of life that just happen to go my way. So I did an audition, and this one was quite silly. I'm learning to throw caution to the wind lately, and this could be a tip for anyone else that's doing self-tapes. I'm realizing that everybody kind of auditions the same, so I'm just putting a little bit of flair, dash, spice. I can't remember the Powerpuff Girls thing, but and everything with a little bit of Tristan spice. But yeah, I'm just doing a little bit off the wall that it feels just a little bit unprofessional, but still what they're asking for. So I'm always surprised when the things even come back that I get them, because am I embarrassing everybody, myself included? But then they come back, dude, that's the guy. Like, oh, it's great, man. it's great. It's always great to get the call when someone says, I want you, you know? It's a beautiful feeling. It's good to feel needed. So I'm needed, man. I'm needed. That's right. Whether that's for pretending to be a basketball player or eating many, many, many snacks. So I don't know when I'm shooting this, but look on the lookout. Look on the lookout, okay? Look at the lookout. The guy who's looking out, okay, he'll have the stories. He'll look out for the stories. So the look. It's trifold. It's lookoutception. Don't worry about it. There's things coming. For people that are just listening to the podcast, you didn't get this, but I just did a little fairy tale-esque thing with my hands just to illustrate how magical and breezy this show is. So on top of that, man, I have a little bit of an interesting thought. Hit it! Skip the details and the plot. These are some of my interesting thoughts. I was driving my car recently, and my calf was wearing out quite thin. So, you know when you're like, I gotta hold off on the pedal because I need to be going 35, 40, especially because I have this new driver tracking thing. Like, I gotta be going close to the speed limit here. My calf was burning out, so I just kind of had to let it fall into the gas and go a little bit faster. But I was thinking, man, why don't we just have some sort of accelerator on this steering wheel? And I had that thought, and I know a lot of people, when you hear that, you go, that's crazy, because then you're steering, like, what are the risks? And, you know, I don't feel comfortable doing that. But let me ask you this. Do you feel more comfortable with your hands or your feet? You know, in what world, why did this become the system in the first place? I'm driving and controlling my life and death. My time to brake, my time to acceleration is with my feet. Are your feet the most coordinated part of your body? Most people have two left ones. So anyways, let me ask you this. Motorcycles ride just fine with the hands, okay? I think there should be more cars. I want this. Because I want my calf to just relax while I'm driving, man. I keep having leg burnout, fatigue. So anyways, that's what I was thinking about. I would like someone to invest and employ and maybe even protest for the idea of getting rid of the foot pedal. I want more hand braking and hand gassing. Hand gas. This sounds funny. So, yeah, motorcycles, they're fun. I was thinking about motorcycles just recently because, you know, like that, I just notice things, man. I'm good at noticing. It's the superpower of observation, which would be I'm the noticer. That's probably the worst superpower you can get, man. Like, what's he do? He notices things. Oh, someone's robbing that bank. Da-da-da-da! The noticer's here. Save us, noticer. I'll do what noticer does best. Brrr. It seems someone's robbing this bank over here. All right, no, that's all the noticer does. You know, that's all the noticer can do is notice things. That's his power. He's just a glorified security camera. The noticer is on the case. Noticed! Noticed you! Notice! You know, I want the comic book of just the noticer, because sometimes having a lot of skills, it's overrated, right? The noticer just notice things, and that's a powerful skill to have. The noticer! What will he do next? I don't know. He'll probably see something else and go walk away. Because he's just a normal guy with a cape. Not all heroes wear capes, but this one does. The noticer is on the case. Noticed! So, look out for my new superhero movie, The Noticer. A lot of people don't notice things. A lot of people walk through life without ever glaring left or right. But this summer, the noticer will take sight. Psh, psh. You've been noticed. Coming July 30th. So anyways, guys. Yeah, I noticed a lot of things. I'm a noticer. I'm really thrilled with that. But yeah, about motorcycles, man. I was noticing another thing about motorcycles. I want to get a dirt bike or a motorcycle or a sports bike, whatever it is. You know, I think there is some nice gesture to that. It looks free. It looks comfortable. It looks clean. Would I ride it all the time? Probably not, because people die a lot. But I would like the idea of just having just to ride casually, just carefully, you know. So anyways, I thought about that, and I do frequently. But then I see people on motorcycles, and I realize something. If you don't have good posture, don't get a motorcycle, okay? I watched some guy whiz by me on a motorcycle, and he's like this, shoulders up, neck forward. He's got gamer neck. Oh my gosh, dude. So embarrassing to watch somebody, at least in their car. If I have bad posture, I'm not having a good day for the spine. I'm enclosed, okay? Windows go up. Nobody knows a thing. Bad hair day, bad outfit, whatever it is. You're completely in the open, man. So I watched it. It looked so bad, okay? You can be whatever shape you want. You can wear whatever you want. But the posture, it's a hard sell, especially on a motorcycle where you're the cool guy, leather J, but then you're hunched over. Oh my gosh, man. So this is a little pro tip. If you got a motorcycle, start wearing a posture corrector or something. It's a bad look, but I need to kind of work on myself. More importantly, that's where the noticer thing came in. Noticed! Bad posture! Damn! Noticer, help me with my bad posture. I'm afraid all I can do is tell you that you have awful posture. But yeah, I don't think I can get one until I really correct myself. Because you wanna have boom, chest out and right here, right? That's a nice ride on the motorcycle. You want to step off that thing and like, dude, that's the coolest guy. You don't want to be the guy who's like, dang, is he have scoliosis? Like, what's going on? Posterior pelvic tilt? Like, is he cramped? Can he even touch his toes? I don't know. You can't be thinking about if the cool guy can touch his toes. That's a thought that cannot whiz through your brain, man. No one ever saw Clint Eastwood. Go ahead, make my day. I don't know any Clint Eastwood lines, honestly, but Clint Eastwood, one of the coolest guys of all time, dude. No one said, can Clint Eastwood touch his toes? No. Does Clint Eastwood have a wedgie? No. Does Clint Eastwood have tight quads? No, dude. He was just the cool guy. So be careful exposing yourself out to the world if you are not secure and locked into that cool athletic form, right? And again, that's more of a note for me more than anyone. But yeah, there was that one guy. He's driving out about, and I felt bad. I should have said something, but I couldn't go that fast because the driver tracker, dude. What am I supposed to catch up with a motorcycle, man? I'm like, hey, dude, my calf's burning out, and they're gonna probably find me for this, but I just gotta tell you, as the noticer, it's not looking that great. So, anyways, yeah, that's what I've been paying attention to. My life is filled with observations, things that minute. They don't really mean a lot, but to me, these are the thoughts that keep me up at night. Okay, I was like, gosh, dang it, I want a motorcycle, but I just don't know if I have the posture for it. And that's a hard fact of reality that you have to wrestle with at night. I'm tossing and turning. What do I do? So, some people think about politics. This is what I think about. Welcome to the show, guys. Happy to be here with you guys, of course, no matter what time it is. But anyways, as you noticed, I got my hair cut, man. Yeah! Now, as we all know, haircuts don't go well. And I put this off. I tried not to get a haircut for a little bit. I was growing it out, mostly because I just didn't want to spend the money, and it was looking fine for a while. And it just doesn't go well. I don't know what the case is, but I walk into this thing, and I have faith now. Things are going well. I'm going to get this haircut. I'm going to look good for the podcast, especially because I told you guys I'm going to get a haircut, and I'm a man of my word. So I roll in there, and my mom had given me a coupon that they have. So I walk into this place, and I'm ready to get my hair cut, and I know that, one, there's going to be some awkward tension that always happens, or something weird goes down, and then, of course, I won't get the haircut that I asked for. That's the recipe. You put a few things in, that's what comes out of the microwave. A bad haircut and a bad experience, and you pay to have it. So I willingly make this dish. I walk in there, and it's the lady from the last time where I told her, hey, I'm just doing some voice acting, because she's asking, what am I doing today? I said, I got some voiceover auditions. This lady comes back, and she goes, oh my gosh, Tristan. She knows my name. She says, Tristan, it's you. And she's cut my hair again. I'm like, yeah. I said, you're the voice actor. I'm like, yeah, I didn't, because it's not like I'm in Disney or Marvel or whatever. It's just regular voice acting, some things I'm trying to get. So what had happened, right? And by the way, before I walked in here, I had learned that I've been tipping way too much for these haircuts. So I was walking in there with the dedication, the mindset that I'm not going to tip a lot. It's going to be base, minimum, unless it's a crazy good haircut, then, I'll do something great. But I'm just going to do the normal, the average person, whatever, 15, 20%, whatever it is. So I walk in there with this gut feeling. I will not be pushed over, okay? I know my worth! which may or may not be a lot, but to them it was a ton because she starts talking about how she was so impressed. She remembers me from months ago, and that the lore of Tristan Sartoris has been building in this Great Clips, man. She has been telling her employees and other customers, oh, I got this big famous voice actor's hair. She's like, oh, the voice actor, Mr. Richie Rich. She says that she's talking to other people about me. I'm like, no, you can't be building a reputation that I can't uphold. But now also, as someone who's trying not to tip and I have a coupon that now I'm too scared to use, I have to feel like I have to uphold some sort of status, like I'm the guy sitting back in the dentist waiting room and I haven't been turned away with a bad haircut and a bad experience. So she's very nice and very sweet, but gosh dang it, man, if it is not awkward that I have been now peer pressured into pretending to be someone more important than I am. So, know my worth, man. Not going to tip a lot. I don't know what my worth is. They think it's a ton, so I tipped a lot, dude. And I took the coupon back. I didn't even use it. Oh, I spent so much more than I needed to, man. I spent so much more, but what do? It's like, not only could I fess up to something I didn't lie and say, oh, I'm doing this huge thing. She just had some sort of illusion that I was bigger than I was. And I felt harmless at the time. I wasn't. Stop it. Tsh, tsh. Of course I'm not that big. Tsh, tsh. Get your head out of the gutter, lady. Tsh, tsh. It's a regular voice. Tsh. Anyways, dude. So I didn't know what to do. So I just let it be. And apparently that was the wrong idea. But now it's not only fessing up to my own reputation, but now if I say something, it's making her out to be a liar for everybody in this town who has come across her. So I found out for months and months she has been telling everybody, I've got this rich client, this voice actor, famous. He does all kinds of cartoons and video games, top of the line stuff. Like, oh my gosh. I booked some roles. Okay, don't get me wrong. I booked some things, but I can't live up to what's being presented. Okay, what do you do? More often than not, I'm trying to just defend my mediocre throne. It's like, yeah, I'm pretty good at what I do. All right, that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Right now, I'm pretty good. And then someone's like, tick, 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 tick. And they raise my chair up, like one of those after cleanup sessions where the chairs just get stacked up. I'm like, what am I doing up here? It's like, yeah, he's the king, the guy. This is like, he's like the freaking Sasquatch of Great Clips. Oh, he's back. Oh my gosh. Freaking big money bags. Mr. Biggie Shot's back. So, oh my gosh, man. Terrible. What do you do? Now I have lore. There's story building. Good thing I'm going to move out of this town, man, because if this is going to keep on growing, what happens? I start going into the grocery store. Hey, there's a guy. I'm like, oh, is he buying generic cereal? I thought he was rich. Did he use a coupon for this? Guy's got deep pockets. He won't even tip the lady a fair amount. Oh my gosh. So now I'm forced into some sort of fake stardom that I didn't ask for, and I certainly don't have the pockets for. What am I doing out here? So anyways, guys, it's very exciting, but you know what? It is fine. It is what it is. I will say that I had to not wear a hat that I had been waiting for in the last episode. Right? I had gotten a hat that I was going to wear, but I got a haircut. So I have to show off the haircut, especially because they paid so much freaking money for it. But here's the hat, man. Got this new Bugs Bunny hat. So I'm feeling thrilled. It goes with my Wile E. Coyote. Meep meep. If you're a cool dentist, you'll recognize that. And, game respects game. But yeah, it's quite the situation over here in the story, in the lore of Tristan's grand, fairy fabled tales. But yeah, so I'm feeling good with the Bugs Bunny hat. I'm enjoying it. I've been trying to bend it around a freaking glass, because I got to get the brim right. A straight brim, it's just, when it's flat, oh man. You feel like you're just out of some sort of 80s video game. Everything's walking stiff. It's like, hey, hello, gentlemen. That's me with the flat bill. That does not scream Richie Rich. Also, I'm in Great Clips. Like, how important can anyone be? No offense to anyone else who goes to Great Clips. I go there, right? But how much money can you have? What's the level of success and authority that you could have when you go to Great Clips for a haircut? But yeah, so I'm enjoying my Bugs Bunny hat. I've been eating quite a lot of carrots, so I'm resembling. Dude, it has a carrot badge on the side. Is that not awesome? Yeah, I've been eating a lot of carrots, And I'm shocked. I feel like I'm looking more orange, and maybe that's just a placebo effect of spray tan. No, is it just thinking I'm eating too many carrots? But, I don't know what the deal is. They're tasty, but what am I even saying? Guys, I appreciate you guys. We know when I start getting into the vegetables, it's time to wrap it up, right? Because no one wants to hear about my diet plans. But guys, I appreciate you taking this time out of your day to spend with me, whether you're watching or listening or watching the clips, whatever you guys are doing to keep up with this podcast. I do appreciate it because I'm here to have a good time, not just with myself, but with you. So I'm glad that we could laugh together and talk about the wild, wicked adventures of Tristan Sartoris, the now legendary. So, yeah, be on the lookout for the new ads, the new movies, and there's some more stuff coming out. But, that's a little self-plug. But more often than not, I would like to not say anything about achievements. Maybe that's the problem. I should really dial back on this whole everything works out for me because people are taking notice. She's like, this is the guy I cut his hair. Everything works out for him. He gets everything. So, I got to be careful. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next episode, and peace.